making sure children are healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeeding in school and in life. This is Our Children, a program brought to you by the Children's Trust.
I want to welcome you to the 10th annual Champions for Children Award Ceremony.
Today has been proclaimed Children's Trust Day.
Just the two of us.
At the end of the day, every day we should be grateful to one another. We should celebrate that we bring about positive results.
As a pediatrician, I think that there is no organization in Florida that plays such an important role as the Children's Trust.
I am very proud of the children, and I will continue to care for all of them with all my heart.
I'm so proud to be associated with such wonderful individuals who make such a difference in children's lives.
Los niños son la esperanza del mundo. It is for them that we strive to always exceed expectations.
That this award really sheds light and shines light on some wonderful kids.
While the task is serious, you all do it with so much joy and caring and concern, and really it's always a wonder to me. So in the end, I'm confident we'll leave here today inspired to continue working together for a better future. I would only ask one thing of you, that you redouble your efforts on behalf of all our children, especially those who need us most. Thank you very much for being here today.
Good morning. I'm Ileana Varela with the Herbert Wertheim College of Medicine at FIU.
And I'm Charles Auslander, President and CEO of the Children's Trust. Together, we welcome you to Our Children.
You just got a sneak peek at the 10th annual Champions for Children Award ceremony, and there is a lot more to come. You know, each year the Children's Trust publicly recognizes individuals and programs doing extraordinary work on behalf of children and families. These are people and organizations you may not know, but you should. So today, we're going to share their emotional stories.
The David Lawrence Jr. Champion for Children Award is named after the illustrious founder of the Children's Trust and former Miami Herald publisher Dave Lawrence. Previous award recipients have come from numerous fields, ranging from the religious community to the judiciary. But this was the first from the field of medicine. Let's introduce you to Dr. Eduardo Bancalari.
During his nearly 50-year career, Dr. Eduardo Bancalari has saved countless lives. It is here at the Holtz Children's Hospital where he works miracles on tiny patients, some born more than 4 months early. As Chief of Newborn Services at Jackson Memorial Hospital and Director of Neonatology at the UM Miller School of Medicine, Dr. Bancalari labors over babies that fit in the palm of his hand in a neonatal unit named for philanthropists Shotzi and Stanley Cassell, known as Project Newborn.
You know, there are many skilled and talented and devoted doctors, but Dr. Bancalari, he is a unique person. He has allowed everyone around him to flourish and grow. His staff, the people in Project Newborn, it has been such a gift to work with him.
Because Dr. Bancalari and his collaborators created one of the largest and most prestigious neonatal programs in the country, thousands of premature babies are alive today. Like triplets Andres, Adrian, and Alejandro. Each weighed less than 1 pound at birth. And look at them now.
It's very scary when you're told that your children might not make it. I remember Dr. Bancalari, when he was in the NICU, when they finally brought them out, I never got to see them because they were so little. It was very comforting because he said, don't worry, they're in good hands. We're going to do whatever we need to do.
And you all came out great.
Yes, I did.
Dr. Bancalari is known for his pioneering work in the field of bronchopulmonary dysplasia. The majority of his more than 200 published articles are about this chronic lung disease, which remains a leading cause of death among children born prematurely.
Being part of a teaching academic institution, what you are doing is not only affecting what is happening with your patients on a daily basis, but hopefully you are leaving a legacy for the future because you are both training other younger physicians, and you couldn't get more satisfaction than seeing the tremendous change that you see in young people from the first to the third year of fellowship.
Cardiology was Dr. Bancalari's initial focus. He came to JMH in 1971 for a one-year fellowship in pediatric cardiology. During that time, he switched his specialty to pediatrics and stayed in Miami. But it's not only his professional accomplishments that set Dr. Bancalari apart. His humility, dignity, and grace inspire others.
Knowing what it means to be a statesman or to be a gentleman, he embodies that. It is really an honest pleasure to work with someone like Dr. Bancalari.
He's respected. He really cares. He's a caring individual. He's not just an academician, he's not just a seeker of knowledge, but he really cares about the families and the children that he takes care of.
Every patient receives his undivided attention, and the way he reassures worried parents with kindness and compassion is an art.
Dr. Bancalari takes the time to explain everything that's going on, to take the fear out of it, and the more you know about it and the more you understand, the less fearful it seems.
And the Vicencios wholeheartedly thank Dr. Bancalari too for the health of their son Mateo, who overcame incredible challenges to go on to lead a normal life.
He's humble, he's profound, he's an innovator, he's a pioneer, he's a scientist. He's changed our life every day by giving us Mateo as a healthy, happy, normalized in every health parameter little boy.
We are all so proud of him. His Project Newborn family, all of the members, all of the board. We want to congratulate Eduardo Bancalari, our chief, for this wonderful unit that he has built and the work that he's done for our preemies for so many years.
There is no doubt that Dr. Bancalari is a giant in his field, but there are many others who labor quietly with little fanfare. Cecilia Seda is one of those people, which is why she was so surprised to learn the Children's Trust chose her as this year's award recipient for excellence in direct service to children and families.
Gianna.
Surprising, this year's recipient of the Excellence Award for Direct Service to Children and Families was no easy task, but worth every effort.
That you have been selected, wow, by the Children's Trust to receive our 2015 Excellent in Direct Service for Children and Families Award.
Cecilia Seda has been program coordinator of the Wise Kids After School program since it began in 2008. Serving families in Hialeah and Hialeah Gardens, Wise Kids is run by Community Coalition, a nonprofit organization that preaches and teaches self-sufficiency. The program operates in space donated by Jose Marti Mast Academy. Seda was employed as a secretary at Community Coalition when funding became available to begin the Wise Kids program. That's when Executive Director Elsa Someyan knew she had a new job for Cecilia.
Cecilia was a wonderful candidate. She loves the kids. She's very, very dedicated to these kids. It is her life.
Although Cecilia never had children of her own, this was the perfect opportunity to express and share her unique love for every child she encounters and treat them as her own.
I was given this chance to work with kids. Imagine, it's like something, a dream that came true. I wanted to get closer to children, and it just came very natural to me.
Born in Santiago, Chile, to a hard-working and small, close-knit family, she was the eldest of two siblings. At the age of 16, she got her first taste of the United States in Minnesota as a high school foreign exchange student. Today, she cherishes every moment with family, including her extended family at Wise Kids, where she never hesitates to go the extra mile for immigrant children, for whom she has such an affinity because of her own early experience as a student from abroad.
She helps them in every aspect. She's helped them with their language, because most of the kids came here to this program not knowing how to speak English.
Cecilia welcomes them like their family, treats them like their family, and it's an incredible sense of community, definitely.
Every child, every family knows they can always trust and depend on Cecilia. At work and in her spare time, she gives and continues to give, so much so that for years now she has kept close ties with Jose, a young boy with Down syndrome who stole her heart while she was volunteering at Miami Children's Hospital. It was her nomination and determination that made it possible for Jose and his family to travel to the Magic Kingdom through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Today, she still travels every month to Immokalee, Florida to visit them, bringing food and clothes every time she visits. Margarita Martinez, who has a granddaughter at Wise Kids, shares why Cecilia is so deserving of this recognition.
This award that you are honoring Miss Cecilia with is a humanitarian award that she has won due to the love she gives the children.
Since the inception of Wise Kids, Cecilia has maintained very high standards not only for herself, but for her staff. As a result, they are inspired to provide the same love, respect, and family environment that she does.
We have the best of the best. They're young, new generation, full of energies. I couldn't do it without my staff. I couldn't do without them.
In neighborhoods like Liberty City, known for high crime rates and poverty, hope is often in short supply. But we're going to show you one place where hope overflows and where expectations for children are high. Liberty Academy Daycare and Preschool was the first of 3 awarded Program of the Year.
Not far from a place of struggle sits an oasis of opportunity where children are given a chance right from the start.
Good morning! Okay, let's go today.
Liberty Academy Daycare and Preschool, located in the heart of Liberty City, provides the highest quality early education to the youngest of learners.
All of those children who have been Liberty Academy students have gone on to have very successful educational growth.
The center is a brainchild of Sarah Brazier, who, after working in the data and telecommunications industry for 26 years, decided there was something more she wanted to do with her life: give back to the community.
We decided to come to Liberty City because we knew that this was an area that had traditionally been perceived as a underserved, low-income area with very poor services, and that extended into child care itself.
You wrote your name correctly, and you wrote the word markers. Way to go, look at that.
The dream was to have a really high quality, beautiful child care center for the children in this community and their families.
Together with her husband, Maurice Brazier, Sarah and the entire Liberty Academy staff strive to ensure that each child is respected as an individual, providing a safe, nurturing environment in which expression is encouraged.
Liberty Academy uses an activity called Circle Time in all of our classrooms. That's when the children get together in a circle. They'll sing songs, play games, we'll recite the ABCs, we'll recite days of the week, months of the year. The whole idea is for the children to learn through play.
A large part of what creates success at Liberty Academy is the Braziers' commitment to teaching. Test scores for Liberty VPK students are in the top 10% of the state.
Very good, good job.
Part of that vision includes voluntarily participating in Quality Counts, Miami-Dade County's quality rating and improvement system for early care and education programs, funded by the Children's Trust in partnership with the Early Learning Coalition. The initiative was created to make high-quality childcare the norm rather than the exception for most children. A contributing factor is increasing the qualifications of staff.
We feel like we're just so lucky to have the staff that we have in place. Everybody's so dedicated to the children, the program, and they buy into what me and Ms. Brazier's vision is for these children in this community.
Providing opportunity, a safe space, and care beyond working hours are all part of the Braziers' mission. Hot meals cooked on site are part of the perks of Liberty Academy. And even though the Braziers have achieved success, nurturing hundreds of children who have come through their door over the course of 9 years, they are not resting on their laurels.
And I don't want any of these things right here, any of these vents, to have any dust in them.
With a goal of impacting the community as significantly as possible, the Braziers are currently expanding their 4-star center to serve children in kindergarten through grade 3.
Well, Liberty Academy, I think, in this community means, giving kids a fair chance in life.
I really want to make this school become a real asset to this community that's remembered, that makes a difference in children's lives going forward as they develop their own careers and as families grow and expand and improve themselves. We want to be part of that. We really do.
Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you sing with me?
Amigos for Kids is known by many for its holiday toy drive, but its work with parents to reduce child abuse is what made Amigos Strengthens Families and Communities another Program of the Year.
These parents are learning how to communicate with their children, how to treat them with love and kindness, and how to discipline while sparing the rod.
This is a great organization that has been entering our lives because it has enhanced our power to deal with so many issues that we had at home, and it has given us the tools to be able to guide us.
Here at the Amigos for Kids parenting program, families are learning to break the intergenerational cycle of violence.
They are learning something that they can implement in their daily lives that is going to have a long-term effect on them, on their children, and ultimately in our community.
Child abuse is reported in America every 10 seconds. In 2012, state agencies identified more than 1,600 child deaths from abuse and neglect. That's between 4 and 5 children a day. More than 80% of those children were under the age of 4, and an overwhelming majority died at the hand of at least one parent.
If you have to draw right now, what does being stressed out, being anxious means to you?
Amigos strives to stem the tide of abuse through education. Once a week for up to 90 minutes, families of children between the ages of 5 to 12 voluntarily attend a series of up to 12 workshops. They use an evidence-based curriculum called Nurturing Parenting, which is flexible enough to adapt to cultural sensitivities and the expressed needs of parents in each group. At the end of these sessions, everyone shares a meal together as a way of solidifying the essence of family.
They help you create balance as a person, first as a mom, then logically how to apply the rules with your kids, to help and avoid violence, abuse, and even what tone of voice to use and everything.
Amigos for Kids began in 1991, when a few friends who were volunteering with the Children's Home Society decided to form an auxiliary group. Nearly 25 years later, it has evolved from a band of volunteers and donated space to a mainstream nonprofit organization with child abuse prevention as its core mission. Jorge Plasencia, co-founder and chairman emeritus, was only 17 years old when it all began.
Community has been so great to us. As we say, hundreds of volunteers, companies, corporations, foundations, and of course, the Children's Trust.
Many identify Amigos with its highly publicized holiday toy drive or its annual Celebrity Domino Night fundraiser. Through it all, El Dorado Furniture has been by its side, and CEO Pedro Capó is the agency's board chair and Amigo-in-Chief.
When you see their faces and their reaction, and we give them toys, especially what they ask for, it's just a blessing. That's what keeps you going, day in and day out.
While these events provide some joy to the children and their families, to its fearless leader of 11 years, Rosa Maria Plasencia, there is no message more important than the fight against child abuse. Her inspiration was a grandmother, Bonnie Finney, who tied a blue ribbon on her van antenna to provoke questions. Finney's grandchildren had been abused by their mother. One even lost his life. She picked the color blue to symbolize their bruises.
The moment I heard that, I could never walk away from that again. And I went to the board and I said, this is our mission. We have got to be that organization in this community that takes on that fight.
Year after year, parents and caregivers, as well as children, continually express how happy they are with everything they learn at Amigos. Among them is Isaura Kani, who was determined not to go from being a victim to an abuser.
For me, it has been a great help. I came from a difficult childhood, verbal abuse, and I was starting to do the same my parents did with me.
Overtown is another community where life is hard and the light at the end of the tunnel often does feel out of reach. But at Touching Miami with Love, that light not only shines brightly, but it's a beacon of hope for many, making it our third program of the year.
Over the course of my lifetime, I dealt with some troubles, which is losing 2 of my older brothers to gun violence in Overtown.
Where I live at, it's like a lot of shooting and like fighting.
I was like what everyone calls a bad kid. I was getting in trouble a lot.
Touching Miami with Love is a nonprofit organization serving families in Overtown since 1995. Its Today's Leaders program provides a safe space where middle and high school students develop a sense of belonging, explore the arts, and get help with their schoolwork, all with the goal of encouraging today's youth to be tomorrow's leaders.
Between the hours of 6 and 8, a lot of time our youth in the community, they don't have anything to do during that time, so they indulge in negative behaviors. So our program is a safe haven for them during those hours. We provide them a meal, we do creative art, social skills, job training, resume building. We provide an array of activities to keep them engaged and just to hear their voice.
We all have
You're alto?
We all have sorrow.
To help youth see that life holds many possibilities outside of their own neighborhood, the Today's Leaders program leverages a wide variety of partners that provide students with a range of life experiences, such as nature excursions, college exploration trips, computer programming workshops, art exhibitions, and more.
I started with Touching Miami with Love in the summer entering high school, and I felt it was very rewarding to work with kids that are underprivileged and don't have the same opportunities. So I saw this as an opportunity to give back with the game of soccer and have them enjoy teamwork and the sport itself.
TML actually helped me go off to college. I kind of gave up. I didn't even do no applications. I only did one, and that was because of TML, and I was accepted to University of Florida. TML was very supportive in getting me everything that I needed for my dorm. Without TML, I probably wouldn't be thinking about college. I'll probably be working at McDonald's or something.
Angel and Jason Pittman have been the directors of Touching Miami with Love since 2005.
I give credit to my mom for helping me develop a heart of compassion.
The Pittmans take their commitment seriously, living in Overtown as members of the community.
Part of the reason it's important that we live in the neighborhood is to experience and the things that our parents experience. And so the nights that we hear gunshots, they're going to hear gunshots too, and they're going to worry about who got shot tonight, or maybe who got killed tonight. And that's what we worry about too.
Basically, we're just making sure brakes and tires and chains are good on these bikes for the ride on Thursday.
We're going on a bike ride just so we can experience being out of Overtown and see how life is like other places, instead of just always being in this one area where we see nothing but like negative things. They just want us to experience like the better and the good in order to get to that place.
Woo! Speaking of the better and the good, all of the seniors who last year regularly attended the Today's Leaders program graduated from high school, and nearly all are currently enrolled in college.
I think that's one of the things that we're most excited about is seeing the next generation. You know, they come to TML as young people, and we pour as much resources and love into them and get to see them grow and change, but then we also get to see them rise up and take leadership.
At the end of the day, I'm giving back to the community, the kids that I love.
I want to be able to see the impact that Touching Miami with Love had on me, on other kids, and I want to be able to make that impact.
Charles, these are always great events, but I was wondering, what's the most meaningful part of the award ceremony for you?
Oh, funny you should ask, Ileana. Actually, what always stirs me is after all the awards to the service recipients and then the Employee of the Year, I kind of step back and I just think to myself, what an amazing group of people just dedicated to the service of children and families, and it just feels like everyone is rowing in the same direction, and it's a wonderful feeling.
It's amazing also to see how many people it takes. It really takes a village.
It does. There's no simple solution and there's no single answer, but when you really bring together people, and you saw from the people who received the awards, people in health, people who are providing after-school services, the geographic range is incredible. We have a big county and there's a lot to do, but there are a lot of very fine people doing this work.
And a wonderful event. Can't wait till next year already.
That's right.
Well, on behalf of the Children's Trust and Charles Auslander, thanks for watching this edition of Our Children. Once again, I'm Ileana Varela. We're going to leave you now with highlights of the Young Talent Big Dreams performances that delighted the crowd at Champions for Children. Let's all watch.
Good things might come to those who wait, not to those who don't love. We gotta go for all we know. Some people go around the world for love, and they may never find what they dream of. What you won't do, you do for love. You tried everything, but you don't give up. Fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. And the answers are all up to me. Give me one moment in time when I'm racing with destiny. Thank you so much.
Our Children is brought to you by the Children's Trust. The Children's Trust invests in programs and services that help make children healthy, safe, loved, ready to learn, succeed in school and in life. To access its funded programs and services in Miami-Dade County, visit thechildrenstrust.org or call the Children's Trust helpline at 211, because all children are our children.